Jeremy's not impressed.
Alright guys, we aren't anywhere near finished, but we are at the point where we can start this thing up and attempt, I don't know how well it's going to go, but we're going to attempt to drive it outside. We have a lot of things to do yet. We're not anywhere near completed, but the goal here is to just make sure that this thing is going to work, it's going to steer, it's going to stop, it's going to go, and all those important things before we spend a lot of our time concentrating on the finer details, which is where we're at right now. Like, we don't need that door, we don't need that boom. Actually, yeah, we do. But what we want to do is make sure that if we have any last minute things that need to get taken care of, I'm really concerned about brakes, so we need to address those because we have 3 days left. 3 days.
3 days. 2 nights. I have 2 nights. 3 days.
You're looking a little weary. You got dirt all over your face. And we have Josh's buddy Sam helping today. Say hello.
Hey, how's it going?
You gonna be our cameraman?
Sure.
People keep on asking, well, why did you build your shop like that? Well, as you can see, there's a big old hill right here. That's my neighbor's yard. Over there's the road. This is the only way that we could make it work. If you remember, I had to get a variance just to make this happen because they didn't want me to build right here. Okay, are you ready?
Ready.
Is it good to go?
I think.
We're gonna need to figure this out. Well, we got it out of the door. Is it still recording?
Yeah, it's
Why is it saying stuff?
It's about to die.
Due to high water pressure.
What?
That was weird. The camera said we had high water pressure. Anyway, that's awesome. Good job. Woo! So we got it out, but I didn't want to go any further because even with the clutch pedal all the way depressed, it's still moving. And because of that, I can't get it into any gear without going into neutral on the transfer case. So we got to fix that, and then I think we can go for a test drive. Maybe. Okay, you ready, Josh?
Let's do it.
Starts out nice. Alright, let's see. Got the clutch in. I can't go into gear. Just have to drive it some.
You know, he did say to put it up and let it run through all the gears. Let it sit and run for a half an hour.
Yeah, we can do that now that we got it out here.
Yeah.
Let me try to get it kind of straightened out.
Is that low or high?
That's low.
That's low.
It drives.
It's ridiculous.
Just can't get it out of gear. Well, there, if I push really hard on there, it'll go out of gear, but can't get it back. in gear unless I put that in neutral, put it in gear, and then pop it in.
Might have to see if there's some sort of adjustment on that, but I don't think there is. You can probably shift it once you're moving. Because normally you don't even have to use the clutch if you time it right, so. It might just be that stiff too. So if we put it up and let it run like he said.
Quieter than I would have thought.
Little exhaust flap will be here Tuesday.
Did you buy one?
Yeah.
That thing's mean looking. Babe! What do you think of my truck? Alright, you guys remember Russell, the transmission guy. He said to put it up on jack stands and run it through the gears for a little while, just to make sure everything was broken in before we actually put it on the road. So that's what we're going to do. Hopefully that'll loosen things up. I don't know. What I was doing there was running it through the gears, just letting things get warmed up and broken in. Russell, the transmission guy, did say I probably want a really tall shifter because that thing is going to be tough to shift, and it is, and I might need a taller shifter. Another thing is that I don't like, you have to press the clutch pedal pretty much into the floor, like it has to be touching the firewall before it actually goes into neutral. If you look up here, I think I see some adjustment right up there. So I want to try to adjust that outward so that the clutch pedal doesn't have to be pressing into that rubber at the end of the floor. You can actually see where it was wearing into here because I was having to press so hard just to get it into neutral. I think if I just had a little bit more throw, then I wouldn't have to do that. So I'm going to spend a minute trying to get this out and see if I can fix that real quick. I'm too old to be doing this, but here goes. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and maneuver this around the yard.
Okay.
Can't roll the window down just yet because switches aren't in, but I can just keep it open a little bit.
Okay. Good luck.
I got a door.
Yeah, I see that. You know, that looks so cool. That thing is a monster. brakes? Oh, great. Okay.
I didn't die.
Yay! It's the little things.
I want to flex it out, but it's not flexing. I need something to climb.
That was easy. We need a button.
Let's see if you can do that. Try to get in, babe. Watch my Dr. Pepper.
Okay, I think I got in there better than you did.
Alright, so I finally got that clutch pedal worked out. It's a little higher and it actually goes all the way down without bottoming out on the floor. So, hopefully, that'll work better. Let's see. Alright, new lens time. Good morning, guys. Just a couple days left. We had a great day yesterday and last night. As you saw, we were able to get this thing out running and driving. We had a couple of issues. We had a fuel leak, we had a power steering leak at the cooler and at the ram, and then we had some dripping antifreeze and a drippy brake line. Every fluid imaginable, just about, was leaking out of this thing, but we were getting those buttoned up, and now we've got a lot more work to do before this thing is SEMA ready. Number one, I gotta finish this roll cage out, and I have to add the boom. And then Josh is coming in a little bit, and hopefully he'll finish up the wiring. We also have the truck. We'll see how his truck went last night. He finished that up, and I got the exhaust put on it, and he drove it home last night. So hopefully he made it, and he'll be here this morning. We're just gonna button things up, and I don't know what we're gonna get to today. I've got a list, and we'll start checking things off. Check this out, guys. This is something too cool not to show you. So we're working on getting this cage all done, and this came in really handy just now because we were trying to figure out how to make that cope right there and get the right distance, which is very difficult on something like this. And that's where this kit from 911 Motorsports came in handy. Just take these tubes and you put them together. There's a whole bunch of different options here. You've got flat copes, you've got tube copes, and you've got angles even. In this case we just needed a straight line, so that end is coped right there, and then we have a straight tube, and then this end is a specialty cope, and we just use these little pins and you push the pins down. So now we can take this out of here and we can lay that up against this tube, measure and cut here, and then we can take this off and trace out the cope. Alright, turns out this tube was just barely long enough. It's slightly short, but it'll still work. We're going to take this off very carefully, and you see that line right there. We're going to slide this over this tube. Going to line it up right about there and tighten that down. And then we're just going to take a Sharpie and we're going to mark this guy, and that is how we're going to cut it, and then it'll fit just right. It's kind of a weird looking shape. how nice that cope is too. Check it out. Cage is coming along. It is looking sweet. Just got something in the mail. Check this out. We got all kinds of goodies. We're gonna be so decked out during this challenge. Josh!
Yeah.
We shall ride eternal, shiny and chrome.
I don't know any of my max quotes, but that's pretty awesome.
All you gotta say is, for Valhalla! See what you got there?
For Valhalla!
That looks like the guitar one. You should be the guitar guy. Josh plays guitar. You can be the guitar guy. Yes. Yes. Can you see out of that?
Yeah.
Nice. Check out what else I got. You're gonna like these. I think the audience is gonna like these too.
Oh, sweet.
So these are caps fit for the Holy Grail. Check that out. Made of real diamonds also.
Real diamonds?
Real diamonds. Okay, let's take a look here. This is gonna be sweet. Hope you'll be able to even see them in there. Look at that. Everything on this thing has to be monochromatic. I'm even thinking about we should take the battery, the Optima battery, pull it out and spray paint it chrome colored. It's one of the only things on this vehicle that's got color is the battery and the bump stops for the shocks.
Well, at least they match.
And there's a little bit of blue right there. All that's gotta go. Can't have color.
No color.
Those are gonna look so flashy. Alright, got one more thing to show you guys. Check this out. Where did it go? This box right here. This was actually sent to us by a fan, Luke. And this is gonna go on the axle. We gotta paint that. How cool is that? It's made out of stainless. Or maybe we could just shine it up since it's made out of stainless. What do you think of that?
Polish it. That's sweet.
I'd show Josh, but he's like doing the truck video over there. But anyway, so Davron Technologies, he wanted me to do a shout out. If you guys need any metal signs or if you need any metal manufacturing, they actually make a lot of our stuff that we sell on the website, Davron Technologies. So check them out there in Chattanooga if you need anything similar. Oh, look at that. We're gonna have to brush that so it'll match the brushed look of the Yukon.
Yep.
The Holy Grail. I think he's done. Let me go show him. See what he thinks about this. Joshua, look at this.
Oh, that's sweet.
Isn't that sweet?
Yeah, it is.
That's the Holy Grail, Monty Python style.
Nice.
For the rear diff.
Awesome.
Yes. Thanks, Luke. Alright, I feel like I'm rushing through everything right now, so I might not be explaining a lot. But Matt's off-road recovery. I asked him about the boom. He said it needs to be 3 feet behind the bed of the truck as a plumb bob would fall, but at a 45-degree angle. So that's what I'm trying to set up now. I've got my laser level, got some tape measures there. What I want to do is find the furthest point that sticks out of the truck, which is going to be that shackle. And I'm going to try to get 3 feet out. And then we need to figure out how long the boom pole needs to be at a 45-degree angle to clear 3 feet off the back of the bed. So, this line right here is exactly parallel with the truck at 40 inches. So I got that because I've got 3 feet plus 4 inches for that. If I follow that line up, which I'll probably have to turn off the light, but if I follow that line up, that's where my boom pole needs to be. That is a big, long boom pole, so it needs to go from about 8 feet in the air, right there, all the way at a 45 down to there. that. Oh yeah.
So it's midnight.
It's midnight already.
It's midnight, the night before we have to leave. What are you up to back here? What's happening?
I'm not ready. I'm not ready to go. So I went to put the winch on and I had drilled the holes at 10 by 4 instead of 10 by 4.5. And that caused a whole slew of problems. So, yeah.
I put the door panels on, which are a maze to figure out, and then realized I hadn't put the outside door handles in. So they got to come back out. And door handles are going back in.
Show Jeremy Clarkson.
Jeremy's not impressed. But things are looking more finished than they were. Kaboom.
This will be the third time that I've put a coat of paint on this thing.
The bed's gonna have 3 coats of paint and the car has none.